Hi everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to start with a little bit of advanced order placement. So we are going to talk about cover orders and bracket orders. So let us start with cover order. So I am on the documentation page. As we know, cover order essentially means that we are taking the two orders at one point. We are placing the entry and we're also putting a stop loss order. So as you can see, when we are going to use the cover order, the stop loss is a mandatory input. And to use that, we will be using this CO. So CO will tell the API that I'm trying to use a cover order. So if you see here, if you just read these points, so for example, if the SBIN LTP is 300, and if I want to put a cover order, and for example, if I am, let's say, buying, then I don't have to put 298 as my stop loss. I will have to put 2 rupees as my stop loss. So the number will actually say the entry price minus how many points is my stop loss. So that is a general idea. And the stop loss value should be in the multiple of 0.05. So we should always remember this. So based on this, we will be using the cover order. So I'm going to show you how it's going to be used. You can either directly see the example from here. On the right side, you can click on Python and you can see how you can use the cover order from the right side. Or since we have already used the orders earlier also, so this is where the order part is. Place order. But if you since we've already used it, so we will directly see the code now. As I told you, we will be using the CO version in the product type. So let's go to the code, and I'm showing you the code now. So obviously I'm importing the FYERS model. I've already done my login, so my client ID and access token is already updated. I'm creating my FYERS model, and this is the same thing that I've just copied here so that you remember what is the mandatory inputs. Let us take an example of idea. So I am putting the name of the symbol. Let's say one quantity. Let's say I'm trying to take the entry as a market order. So my type is equal to 1. I can obviously make it a limit order also. And this is where I'm putting a buying order. 1 means a buying order. This is important. I'm putting CO, which means it's a cover order. And I'm putting my stop loss as 0.5. So very importantly, when I'm putting the stop loss as 0.5, that means whatever is my entry price minus the 0.5 will be my stop loss. So let's run it. I'm going to put a quit here and let's run the code now. I have not taken any trades since morning. So if you see here, there are absolutely no trades. I have one holding position in case I will need it later to show you some examples, but I don't have any orders. So let's run the code. So I've run the code now, and you will notice what has happened. Since my current price that I've added his 8.5 as my limit price, but my circuit price is between 6.7 and 8.2. It has not taken the entry. So what I was trying to do was place a limit order of 8.5. Now, why is it placing a limit order? Because if you see here, I've put 1 here in the type. So this was a limit order, in fact. So since I was using a limit order, but with a limit price of 8.5, but the Infosys's upper circuit is 8.21 and the lower circuit is 6.72, it did not let me take that entry. So let's look at the current price of idea, which is 7.76. So let us say we put an order of 7.85. So I'm just going to change this to 7.85 and let's go for the entry again. And this time you will see that it says successfully placed order. Let us see what are the orders that have been placed. So you can see the 2 orders are here. This was the first trade order which was rejected. Now I have 2 orders, which is this order and this order. Now, why did it get filled? Because I had put a limit price of 7.85. Since the current price was already below, which essentially means I was already getting a better price, it got filled at 7.75. And now I have my other stop loss price at 7.25, which is essentially the 0.5 stop loss. So this has already been, it's a working order, it's an open order. And if the market falls, let's say if IDEA falls to 7.25, it will go for my exit trade also. So that is how this order has been placed automatically. So you can see that one order has been filled automatically, which was the entry, and I already have a stop loss in place. So that is one example. If I cancel this order, always remember, if I cancel this order, what will happen? My idea order will get filled also. So always remember, whenever you place a cover order and in case you cancel your stop loss order, automatically whatever is the current market price, your order will get filled. So I have no open orders right now. Everything is filled now. So let's take another example. This time I'm going to put the entry as a lower number. So let us say we put this as 7.65, and let's again run the code. Now you will see I have again two orders, but currently since it's a CEO order, I only have the buying order right now. If you see, it is at 7.65, since it is below the current market price, it is here. Now once this will get filled, automatically I should get a stop loss order as well. So to test it out, in fact, what I'm going to do is let me cancel this order and I'll put a limit order very close to this price so that you can see how it works. So I'm going to just quickly cancel this order, and I'm going to place a limit order which is very close to the current price, which is, let's say, 7.74. So let's make it 7.73 and let's try to see what happens. So I'm running another code here with 7.73. The current price is currently 7.75. I only can see one order right now. But technically, because I'm still not in the trade, technically what should happen, if this order gets filled, I should automatically get my stop loss order also, since this is a C order. So probably let's wait it out for maybe 15 seconds. If it falls and touches my 7.73, let us see if we can get my the stop loss order automatically or not. So we are still at 7.74. Hopefully it should come down and touch our 7.73 so that we can see whether it will place our stop loss order as well. In the meantime, we can start with the bracket order also. So I'll start with the bracket order. I'll keep this as an open order. Let's see if it gets filled after some time. So I'm taking you back here, and now I'll quickly talk about what is a bracket order. So in a cover order, we only put a stop loss, but in a bracket order, we also put the target now. So it essentially has three orders now. One is the entry, then we have the stop loss, and we have the target price also. So this is the second advanced order type. And to do this, what we'll have to do is we'll have to put our product type as BO. So once we do that, we will be able to take it will actually work as a bracket order. In the meantime, let us see whether this has been filled. No, it has still not been filled. It is still at 7.74. So as we can see, hopefully it will come down and touch it so that we can see whether it's working fine or not. In the meantime, let me show you example on, let's say, Reliance. So I'll try to show you an example of Reliance for the bracket order now. So I'm going to just make this a hash so that it doesn't get executed. And I'm going to show you the bracket order now. In the case of the bracket order, let's say it's Reliance. I'm again putting quantity as 1. Let's say I'm putting 2, which is again the limit price. Again, let's say I'm buying. Now I'm putting a BO, which means a bracket order. In the case of a BO, I will have to put both the stop loss as well as the target. And in fact, in the previous example, we had taken the limit order. So let's take the market order in this example. So I'm showing you market order in this example. That's why I put limit price as 0. Now this is the stop loss points, which means I'm putting a stop loss of 5 points and a target of 10 points. And let's run it. So I'm going to run the code now. And you can see it says successfully placed order. Let's check it out. And what you'll see is that I have one more filled order, which is a Reliance order. So it got filled at the current market price, which was 1215.35. So that was a buying price. And automatically you will see I have two trades here because it's a BO. One is a stop loss and one is a target. So let us see what is a target and which one is the stop loss. So if we go back here, we will look the entry price of my Reliance was 1215.35. This was the entry price. Now my target was 10 points. That is why you can see this is a limit order which is 10 points above my entry price. So 1225.35. Whereas my stop loss was 5 points. So what it is doing is entry minus 5 points, which is this stop loss points. So this is how it is calculating the stop loss price, which is the stop limit order as well as a limit order. And again, it will keep checking as soon as even one of them gets traded, automatically the other order will get cancelled. Also, similar to last time, let's say if I try to cancel one of these orders, so I will try to cancel, let's say the target order. Notice what will happen. So as soon as I click cancel here, what you will notice, my Reliance order already got filled. So similar to CO order, whenever you cancel any of the Reliance legs, the open legs, the Reliance will get filled at the current market price and the second order will also get cancelled. So this is always the case. If you cancel any of the orders from your terminal, your actual order will get filled at the current market price and all the remaining orders of that type will also get cancelled. So as we can see, this is the BO and the CO is working perfectly. This order still did not get executed. So I'm going to cancel this and let me try it out with 7.75. Hopefully, or let's see, yeah, it's still at 7.76. So probably this will not get executed, but yeah, if it does, automatically our stop loss will get traded because this was the CO order. So I hope this is clear. These were the advanced data, the order types of BO and CO, very important to use. So again, thanks for joining and I will see you in the next video.